Do you boys want to know what players I'm investing in for this new roster update that is happening on July 11th? Stay tuned to make millions of stubs. Thank you to the sponsor of this video, U4GM, where if you're looking for cheap, reliable MLB The Show stubs with fast delivery, our sponsor is where it's at. Make sure you check out U4GM and use my discount code Deebo for an additional 5% off. Yo, what's going on, guys? TB Deebo here, and today we are doing a proper roster investment video. Haven't done one it's been a little bit, like in terms of like the live series, guys. I think it's been close to about 2 weeks. So figured we should probably do that again because there is some new players to talk about. I always try to find some new guys that maybe aren't getting as much shine as others. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna hit y'all with a buy, hold, sell tomorrow though, just so you guys know who I may be off of or may be on to. It'll be like back-to-back investment videos. We're gonna do something that I've never done before though, and we're gonna actually start with some silvers. Yeah, so we got a bunch of players here that are like very close to on the cusp of being a gold, right? All of these players are 79 overalls except for Luke Gill. He was a 78, but a lot of these guys are doing really well in the regular season. And I'm gonna tell you who I think is some really good investments. I like Junior Caminero, but not only him, Yandy Diaz as well. The Rays have been hitting the freaking ball so well this year. They have been phenomenal, and I think both Yandy and Junior have been a great part of that. They're both 79 overalls. They're not the last Rays we'll be talking about, I will tell you that for sure. We definitely will be paying a close to premium price for both of these guys. But the thing about them is Yandy's batting almost 300. He's hitting very well. He has a decent amount of homers on the season, not like crazy many, but he's hitting really well, and he's been very consistent. Got a great average. Junior's been getting bombs, man. His power gotta go up, you know? He is, how old is he? He's 21. Yeah, he's a youngin', and he's doing his damn thing for real. They're both at the price for golds currently, but they're only at the price for a 1 overall upgrade. I could see Yandy and himself at least going 2, maybe higher. And dude, Junior has been as good as he has. He might go 2 as well. It just depends on what the power numbers they give him. So we'll see. I like both of them a lot though, for sure. Another power hitter we're going to talk about is Max Muncy. What the hell happened to Muncy? He got glasses and he started absolutely rocking in the ball. As you can see, he has a plus 15 to both sides, and that boosts him 3 overalls. I don't know if he's going to get a plus 15 to both sides, but if he does, he's going to have an Alejandro Kirk type of jump, right? So I'm just saying, Max Muncy is in for a big boost, I believe, and he's not even gold price. People on the market are not expecting him to at least go gold. I don't know what they're seeing, but at that price, you need to be copying Max Muncy cards. And the last person we're going to talk about on this page, at least, is Ailio Pagan. He is the closer for the Reds. He's actually been really good. He kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know. I don't think he had the closing role for the Reds last year, and if he did, he was not as prominent. He's been very good this year, and the Reds themselves have been very good. Or better than expected, I should say. Not very good, unfortunately. But they've been very, very underrated, for sure. And Pagan has been able to close out many a game. He's been really good. He's also right there to being a gold, and is only priced at 301. Right? He's a good cop. I did say we were only going to talk about one more person in Pagan, but I think we should mention Altuve. He's been pretty solid too. His power numbers are down, which isn't the best because he's not the greatest power hitter. He does hit for pretty decent contact, but he's been getting a decent amount of homers recently. I've seen him hit a few. I definitely think he's somebody to mention because he is right there to being gold. And also, SDS, they love the old vets that have been good. I don't think Altuve is any different in that. All right, now we're dropping to 78s. And you know how I said that we were had another Ray to talk about? Brandon Lau. I don't know what the heck is in the facility waters at the Tampa Bay Rays Stadium, but dude, they be rocking the ball. And Brandon Lau is somebody that also rocks the ball. I would easily give this guy a gold. I'm thinking more 81, but for his price right now, he is immaculate to buy. Very, very much like this card. Next person we're going to talk about is Clarkschmidt. He's actually been really solid for the Yankees this year, like surprisingly. I don't think a lot of people like in the Yankees fan base loved Clarkschmidt, but he's been very solid this year. I think his BB9s are just kind of low, you know? If you can find a certain stat on a pitcher that you feel like they've been better than their stat, chances are you can find yourself in a possible upgrade for the future. And I think Clarkschmidt could definitely use some upgrades, for sure. I'm thinking it's closer to 80, but if he can start killing it, like if he continues to do really well in the next like 8-9 days that they're tracking stats, I'm saying he could do it. He definitely could. He might either have 1 or 2 more starts. Just kind of depends on where his last start fell. But, you know, I think he's a pretty solid cop. I don't mind him at all. Next person we're going to talk about is Ernie Clement. So Ernie is a young... He's not young. Why did I think he was young? Anyway, this boy has like no power, but he's actually hitting kind of decent in real life, man. He's got great contact numbers for lefty, at least. But contact righty and the power righty are just not there. He definitely hits better lefty, obviously. But he's been pretty good for the Blue Jays. He plays many different positions. Whenever they need to throw him in a certain spot, he'll play it, and he plays it pretty decently. CJ Abrams is the last person we're going to talk on this page. He's been very good for the Nationals this year. Nationals look like they take a great W in that trade for Juan Soto, especially with James Wood and CJ Abrams. He's got plus 14 side or on the righty side, which would give him a plus 4. Man, I think he's really close to an upgrade already, man. I don't know if he's getting a plus 4, but he's not even gold priced. Like, he's at 300. So there's still profit to be made, even if he only goes 2 overalls up, which I think he can go up more than that, personally. He's been getting booms. He's not doing too bad. We got another hitter. We got another Ray. Where'd I get Jazz from? Jonathan Aranda. He's kind of came out of nowhere, and he's been hitting, man. He has been popping the seams off the ball. He's been doing really well, and especially with runners in position. I think his clutch could already... I know it's at 82, but I think it could still use a little bit more of a boost, as well as his power. Jonathan Aranda is currently at a little under 300, which is not cheap, especially for a 77. But I mean, it's because he's really right there to being a gold. Truly, there's so many names on the Rays that deserve. They're gonna get upgraded. Not even that they deserve it. They'll be upgraded. just because them as a team, they've just been amazing. Out of nowhere, to be honest. Joe Adale is somebody who has been doing really well for the Angels as of late. He's a 25-year-old. He's starting to finally kind of get it done. He does hit for power. His contact numbers are a little bit low, but I think that he could use a slight boost to his contact. Let me just pull up his stats as of recently. I think he's been a very good center fielder for them, though. Joe Adale. Joe Adele's batting .243 and he's got 18 homers. He's definitely getting his average up as of late, so I think these contact numbers are just they ain't it, you know. You gotta boost them. He's about 200 right now. I think this is a great price for what he's been doing recently. I don't know if he's gonna go in 80 specifically, but he's gonna be right there soon, if not. Yeah, I don't like to get into like this kind of territory of silvers, but 77s through 79s I'll definitely talk about. There's definitely some guys that you can find in here that are gonna do good, but it's definitely harder for them to get upgraded. Aside from this last guy, Hunter Goodman. Hunter Goodman is a 75 overall. He is also like minimum price, which is very interesting. He actually comes back today. He had a bit of an injury. It was his hamstring. So he missed I'd say he missed about a week. I think it was about a week of game time, which really isn't that much. But before that, man, he was doing his damn thing. On the season, he's batting .290, 40 runs, 14 homers, and 48 RBIs. And a lot of that has came in the month of June, even with him being injured. He is a great cop right now because he's minimum price. He is on a horrible team, so he'll shine even more. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. I think he's a great buy. And at 67 stubs, you can't beat that, man. All right, boys, in the last page of players that we're going to talk about in this video, it probably should have been the first one that I started with. Kind of forgot that this one was included because I just saw George Springer and I was like, oh, they're all 80s. No, that's not the case. So we'll start at the top. Brock Stewart is a middle of the game kind of guy for the Twins. Guy that'll get you some holds, get some Ks, and try to just hold opposing teams to not scoring a bunch through the middle innings. And I think he's done that pretty well this year. He's a 79 overall right now, very close to an 80. And I definitely think he can get over that hump coming up this next roster investment inning or update if he doesn't blow it like in any of these recent games. But I'm pretty sure he's right there, honestly. Next, we got Carlos Santana. We're going to talk about him because somebody commented on one of my videos asking about him. If you're still watching, you know who you are. Santana is pretty solid. His hitting numbers are bronze tier. So it's not like they're insane by any metric. But Santana has had somewhat of a bounce back year. I think he either started as no, he was a gold. I think he was a gold. You're right. Thank you for telling me. I think he is. I honestly thought he should have been upgraded a little higher in the last update that they did, but he kind of has been a little bit worse as of recently. He had a homer about close to a week ago, not too far away. His average is just kind of low. I don't know. Kind of interesting thought. I could maybe see them raise his power up a little bit. But, right now you can see that +6 to lefty does give him 2 overall bump. +6 on each side, so 12 attributes is not that much. He honestly could be a pretty solid upgrade, or solid buy. I don't mind him at all. I may have to keep out watch for him in the next few days. That's what's gonna matter the most in terms of the prices, is what people are gonna do in the last few days. Next we got we're gonna talk about Nick Lodolo. So Nick Lodolo is, I think he was technically the ace for the Reds this year until Andrew Abbott just decided to be even better. So Nick Lodolo was a gold, I think, in either an 80 or an 81 this year. He's 5-5 on the year, 85 strikeouts, 3.5 ERA with a 1.1 WHIP. So the thing is, he has pretty low K rates, right? And his hits per 9 are pretty bad, but it kind of makes sense because he does get hit. But I definitely think his K rates could go up a little bit. And I don't think he needs much more of an upgrade to go to an 80. That's the thing. I think we could see him get only an 80 bump, but for the price that he is right now, that's pretty good. You're making more than double your stubs on him if he goes only 80, right? So, and then if he plays again on Saturday, and then that'll probably be his last game for the roster update unless he plays sooner than a week. But if he has a really good game there, I could see him going more than just an 80, right? So, dependent on that next game, I definitely think is going to be a little crucial for him. Last player we're going to talk about is Garrett Clevenger, though. Can't stop talking about the Tampa Bay Rays, man. They've been super good, and I will let that be known for sure. He's about 220 right now. Sell now. So even if he only goes 1 overall, he is you're almost making double your stubs, right? I'm thinking closer to an 81 for this guy. I believe he was an 80 or an 81 earlier, and the Rays have just started doing much better. So I think via correlation and the fact that he hasn't been complete garbage, he deserves an upgrade, right? His K per 9s and his hits per 9 are very solid. His stamina is low. He doesn't play much more than just about an inning. Let me see as of recently, though, because that's where we needed the most. There's been a few games where he's played 2 innings, full inning. Sometimes he'll only play 2 outs, 1 out. But I'm seeing a lot of 1 innings. I think he could maybe get a slight stamina boost, right? He's not a closer. So I definitely think Garrett Clevenger is one of the more interesting upgrades. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helped you out. Some low-risk investments in the silvers, right? So you guys let me know if there's any names that you want me to talk about. Anybody that you're interested in, leave it down in the comments, man. I'm always trying to respond back to you guys and show you guys the love and support you show me. But if you are new and you made it this far, you might as well hit the like and the sub. And I'm out. Peace.